Have you ever wondered what made Babylon a beacon of ancient civilization? This city was a political powerhouse and a cultural hub. Strategically located along the Euphrates River, it thrived in trade and innovation. Babylon's rise was a masterpiece of urban planning and economic prowess. Its walls symbolized might and sophistication, a vibrant city attracting scholars, traders, and artisans, a tapestry of cultures and ideas. Babylon was a place of learning and innovation, an ancient metropolis whose legacy continues to influence us today. Imagine walking through a city of grandiose structures reaching for the heavens. Babylon was renowned for its awe-inspiring architecture, a testament to human ingenuity and artistic expression. The city's most iconic structure was the ziggurat, a towering temple complex dedicated to the gods, symbolizing the divine connection between heaven and earth. The ziggurat, often associated with the biblical Tower of Babel, was a marvel of engineering. Built with sun-dried bricks, each layer of the ziggurat was meticulously crafted to support the next, culminating in a shrine at the top. It was not just a religious edifice but also a demonstration of Babylon's architectural prowess. The process of building such structures was a community effort, involving skilled laborers, architects, and materials sourced from across the empire. These monumental works required sophisticated planning and coordination, showcasing Babylon's advanced engineering capabilities. The city's walls, another feat of construction, were said to be wide enough to allow chariots to pass each other atop them. Babylon's architecture was not just about grand structures, it was also about creating spaces that fostered a vibrant urban life. The city's layout, with its wide avenues and public spaces, facilitated trade and interaction among its diverse population. Babylon was more than just buildings, it was a living city, filled with energy and dynamism. Art and culture flourished in Babylon like nowhere else in the ancient world. The city was a crucible of creativity where artists and craftsmen pushed the boundaries of what was possible. Babylonian art was characterized by its intricate detail and vibrant colors, often depicting scenes of mythology, daily life, and nature. The artisans of Babylon were masters of their craft, creating works that were not only beautiful but also functional. Babylonian art was both a reflection of the city's wealth and a means of expressing its cultural identity. The use of glazed bricks and colorful mosaics added a unique aesthetic to Babylon's architectural landscape. Music and dance were integral to Babylonian culture, often performed during religious ceremonies and public festivals. These performances were a blend of ritual and entertainment, serving as a means of storytelling and cultural transmission. The sounds of lutes, lyres, and drums filled the air, adding to the city's vibrant atmosphere. The cultural achievements of Babylon were not limited to the visual and performing arts. The city was also a center of intellectual pursuit, with scholars compiling extensive libraries of texts on various subjects. These libraries served as repositories of knowledge, preserving the wisdom of the ages for future generations. Babylon was a beacon of learning and culture, inspiring awe and admiration from all who encountered it. At the heart of Babylon's success was the visionary leadership of King Nebuchadnezzar II. Under his rule, Babylon reached its zenith, becoming the largest and most powerful city of its time. Nebuchadnezzar's economic policies were instrumental in this transformation, fostering growth and prosperity throughout the empire. Nebuchadnezzar understood the importance of trade and commerce, investing heavily in infrastructure to facilitate the movement of goods and people. He expanded the city's roads and waterways, enhancing connectivity with distant regions. This not only boosted trade but also encouraged cultural exchange, enriching Babylon's diverse tapestry. The king's economic vision extended beyond mere trade. He initiated ambitious construction projects that created jobs and stimulated the economy. The most famous of these was the reconstruction of the city itself, turning Babylon into a marvel of urban planning and architectural splendor. This investment in infrastructure laid the foundation for sustained economic growth and stability. Nebuchadnezzar's reign was marked by prosperity, but it was also a time of cultural renaissance. The king was a patron of the arts and sciences, sponsoring scholars and artists who contributed to Babylon's rich intellectual and cultural life. His legacy is one of grandeur and vision, a testament to the power of leadership in shaping the destiny of a civilization. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon, were they real, or simply a myth? Said to be built by Nebuchadnezzar II for his wife, these legendary gardens were described as a lush paradise in the heart of the city. If they existed, the gardens would have been an engineering marvel, with terraces of exotic plants irrigated by complex aqueducts. Despite no concrete evidence, the legend persists, captivating imaginations for centuries. Some even suggest the gardens were in Nineveh, not Babylon. Fact or fiction, the story of the Hanging Gardens endures as a symbol of human creativity. Trade was the lifeblood of Babylon, fueling its economy and fostering cultural exchange across vast distances. The city's strategic position on the crossroads of major trade routes made it a natural hub for commerce, connecting the east and west in a bustling network of exchange. Babylonian merchants were skilled negotiators, dealing in a wide array of goods including textiles, metals, and agricultural products. The city was renowned for its luxury items, attracting traders from as far as India and the Mediterranean. This flow of goods was complemented by a vibrant exchange of ideas, technologies, and cultural practices. The success of Babylonian trade was underpinned by a sophisticated system of weights and measures, as well as a robust legal framework that facilitated contracts and transactions. The Code of Hammurabi, one of the oldest known legal codes, provided the regulatory backbone for commercial activities, ensuring fairness and transparency. Babylon's trade networks were not just economic but also cultural highways, allowing the city to absorb and influence diverse traditions and knowledge. This cosmopolitan spirit contributed to Babylon's reputation as a center of learning and innovation. Through trade, Babylon not only prospered materially but also enriched its cultural and intellectual landscape, leaving a lasting legacy on the ancient world. Babylon's intellectual achievements are among its most enduring legacies. The city was a cradle of scientific inquiry, where scholars made significant advances in various fields, particularly mathematics and astronomy. These contributions laid the groundwork for many modern scientific principles. Babylonian mathematicians developed a sophisticated number system based on the sexagesimal, or base 60 system, which is still used today to measure time and angles. They were also pioneers in algebra and geometry, solving complex problems with remarkable precision. Their mathematical texts, inscribed on clay tablets, reveal a depth of understanding that continues to inspire awe. Astronomy was another area where Babylonian scholars excelled. They meticulously recorded celestial events, developing accurate calendars and predicting astronomical phenomena such as eclipses. This knowledge was not only of scientific interest but also of practical importance, guiding agricultural activities and religious rituals. The scientific endeavors of Babylon were not isolated from the rest of the world. They were part of a broader intellectual tradition that connected different cultures and civilizations. Through trade and conquest, Babylonian knowledge spread far and wide, influencing Greek and later Islamic scholars. The achievements of Babylonian science and mathematics are a testament to the universal quest for knowledge and understanding. Religion and mythology were central to Babylonian life, shaping the city's identity and worldview. Babylon was a city of temples, where deities were worshipped with great devotion and ceremony. The religious landscape of Babylon was rich and complex, reflecting the city's diverse cultural influences. The chief deity of Babylon was Marduk, who was believed to have created the world and established order. His temple, the Esagila, was a focal point of religious activity, drawing pilgrims from across the empire. The annual New Year festival, Akitu, celebrated Marduk's victory over chaos, reinforcing the city's divine mandate and political power. Babylonian mythology was a tapestry of stories that explained the origins of the world, the gods, and humanity. These myths were not only religious texts but also served as moral and ethical guides for the people. The Epic of Gilgamesh, one of the oldest known literary works, is a prime example of Babylonian myth-making, exploring themes of heroism, friendship, and the search for immortality. The religious and mythological traditions of Babylon were not static. They evolved over time, influenced by interactions with other cultures. This dynamic nature of Babylonian religion allowed it to adapt and thrive, contributing to the city's resilience and longevity. The spiritual legacy of Babylon endures in the myths and stories that continue to captivate our imagination. The legacy of Babylon is woven into the fabric of modern civilization, influencing art, science, and culture in profound ways. The city's contributions to mathematics and astronomy laid the foundations for future scientific advancements, while its legal codes inspired the development of law and governance. Babylon's architectural innovations, particularly its use of bricks in urban planning, have left an indelible mark on city-building practices throughout history. The ziggurats and other monumental structures of Babylon continue to inspire architects and historians alike, symbolizing the human capacity for creativity and ambition. Culturally, Babylon's myths and stories have transcended time, capturing the imagination of writers, artists, and filmmakers. The Epic of Gilgamesh and the tale of the Tower of Babel are just a few examples of how Babylonian narratives have permeated popular culture, offering timeless lessons and insights. In many ways, Babylon represents the pinnacle of human achievement in the ancient world. Its legacy is a reminder of the power of innovation, collaboration, and vision in shaping the course of history. As we reflect on Babylon's past, we are reminded of the enduring impact of its achievements and the universal quest for progress and understanding that continues to drive us forward.